everyone. So the next prompt on Junk Journal January is envelope. And I looked in my stash because I already had tons of envelopes I've already made, which I know now. A little while ago, like a few years back, I went crazy and did a bunch of things ahead of time. And for me, I can't do that because then I don't use the stuff. So as I'm making a journal, then I make things to go in the journal. I can't do things before, they'll just pile up. I won't use them because everything has a particular theme too. And maybe it doesn't have a theme, but maybe the colors you're working with or something, it ends up that, you don't end up using what you made. It's just a big mess. So I came across, this was junk mail that I had put lace over. And what happened was I had to cut it a little bit to fit the little journal I'm working with now. And what happened was it came apart. So I'm just going to glue this back together. I'm going to use some art glitter glue for this part. Okay, I'm going to put this back on it. And now, of course, the notch isn't really in the center, so I'm going to try to fix that now. I don't know if it's going to work. Let's try. Because I have a feeling because of this lace and everything, it's not going to work. But we'll see. No sense in trying, right? Ooh, did work. All right, so obviously that looks better than what I had because it wasn't even after I cut it. So of course, now let me see. I gotta see the integrity now of this lace. Let me see if it's coming off anywhere. Looks like a little bit in here could use some glue. So I'm going to take some Fabri-Tac. And I'm going to go, it really doesn't need to be in the middle as long as I get the ends, but I think I'm just going to put like a little bit in there. This is giving me a hard time. I know there's more glue in there, so I'm not giving up on it, but for the sake of the video, I won't fight with it. I'll take my new one out. I'll just put like just a little bit in there, but then really get this part is really what's most important. There we go. I want that little bit taken off. All right. That's a little bit better. Excuse me for coughing. Damien and I are both sick. He's more sick than I am. he went to the doctor's today, and he didn't have COVID, and he didn't have the flu. So they gave him some antibiotic, and I'm sure he'll feel better soon. I didn't go because I'm not as bad as him. I just got a little tiny bit of a cough. I'm not too bad. He's really bad, so hopefully he'll feel better soon. And so let's put this in. Let's put that in. Actually, I also want to stencil this. Hold on a second. I want to use one of my new stencils from Tim Holtz that I got for Christmas. So we'll stencil this so it won't be so stark white in the background. And this stencil came a little bent, which I'm mad about. It'll be okay, but still. It's like, you know, you got things you send into people. It's like, don't you... Shit, the thing moved. You know, don't you take care and wrap in the things so they don't get bent, especially these stencils and stuff. Alright, I don't like that white piece back here, but at the same time, I might just put some lace, because, you know, I don't want it to go on this part, and also, if I put the stencil there, I know it's not going to meet up, so I'm not even going to attempt that. Let's just glue the envelope onto the journal. Let me see how that looks. Good, okay. We'll glue that on there. Actually, you know what? Let me, I don't know. Let me be brave. Let me see what I can do here. No promises, guys. No promises. Yep. We put on the other side. All right. It went on the other side. But we still kind of fixed it a little bit. Now, let me see. I got some appliques and things like that. Let me see what I have in my stash. I have this cute little applique that Deanna Grooms gave me a while ago. So I think it's time to use it right here. And so I will cut it. I'm going to cut this part off. Isn't that cute? It's a pretty rose. And you know, skulls and roses go. So I'm going to cut this part off. Oh, I have that tickle in my throat. All right. We can use that for another time. I'm going to leave the netting right on it because it blends in with the lace I have underneath. That's so pretty. I'm going to cut off the little bit of tulle that came over here near the opening of the envelope. Just get rid of that part. can leave that to dry. And then I'll get the excess off right here. And there's a little bit up here. Let me make this straight. That's bothering me. That little bit, that uneven bit is bothering me. I could see that it was cut, but it didn't like come off. All right. It's just some more peeking out there. There we go. All right, so I'm going to let that dry. I have to restaple it, guys. Everything came apart. So the rest of my stuff right here came all apart, and I got to restaple it. But it was in pretty good, so I don't know what happened, but I'm going to do that. Or I might just string it in. I might just use string. I do have some jute that I can use because all my good stuff's at work. So I might be able to use some jute. So I'm going to let that dry right now because it's a big glop of glue. I don't need it to go on there. And that's what I have today for envelopes. So thanks for watching. Happy crafting, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.